You know, the more I think about it, the more I realize that Mannequin's cat utility is limitless. It's a generic rank 2 monster that actually gained a lot of popularity ever since Sprite became a thing. Because, you know, before that, level 2 monsters were kinda... how can I put it?
Ass cheeks.
But now they're busted, and we gotta take advantage of that. Essentially, Mannequin Cat has 2 abilities that make you generate advantage based off of your opponent's monsters. And the card actually has inherent synergy with itself because the second effect can be used after using the first effect. And funny enough, Mannequin Cat is basically a gigantic Sprite 2.0 when you get a hand trap. You got ashed! Cool story, bro. Detach a material, special summon the Ash to your opponent's field, and then target it to use the second effect. Since Ash is a fire zombie, you can target it and either summon a fire or a zombie from your hand, deck, or graveyard. And you do not have to detach a material to use the special summoning effect. So in other words, you can keep looping that effect over and over and over. The difficult part about Mannequin Cat is the sheer amount of options you have access to. So first of all, what are you trying to turbo out with Mannequin Cat, against which kind of decks, and also when? Well, first things first, it's actually extremely good against Kashtira because when they hand trap you, you're going to be reviving back the hand trap that they used against you. So now, thanks to your opponent's hand trap, you're going to be special summoning a monster from your deck for free, and now that they control a monster, they're going to be completely screwed because they can no longer special summon their Kashtira monster. Their out would be either to Crash, which you can play around by putting your monsters in defense, or by normal summoning a monster and then link it off into Donner or Azalea. But obviously, you can also play around that. All you need is to have Smashers or Double Cross, you take care of the normal summon, and that's it, your opponent can no longer do anything. So yeah, it's literally the exact same dynamic as giving an Ibli to your opponent. Bro, he was always linking it off into Lingeribo anyways. Alright, that's great and all, but how about the purely matchup? Mannequin Cat equals Exodia against them. I'm not making this up. If they summon any of their purely monsters, you target any of them and then you summon Christia directly from your deck. Bro, they're all fairies, so regardless of the attribute, it doesn't matter. And Christia is a 2-sided floodgate, so even if they steal it with triple tactic talents, it's not like they can link it off or keep playing. So yeah, it's kind of like Book of Moon or Book of Eclipse or Bust, and again, if you have Carrot, you're good. And look, how about Chimera? Do they lose to Mannequin Cat? Yes, very, very, very hard. If they droll you, or if they hit you with a Ghost Mourner, for example, you revive it back to their field, and then you summon a Spell Canceller. And then if they go into Baphomet using Mirror Swords Knight, then you can target it, and then summon End of Anubis from your deck. It's pretty much like a Dweller and a Necro Valley at the same time. And look, I think Unchained loses to that card too, huh? They're all Fiend, and End of Anubis is Fiend, so it doesn't matter about the attribute. That deck completely folds to Dweller, and End of Anubis again is a Dweller, and also prevents the Monster Reborn trap card. Yo, free real estate, honestly, there's something to beat every single matchup with this card. But yeah, End of Anubis is also broken against tier elements because, again, they really rely on the graveyard. And since we're covering dark monsters, might as well talk about Jinzo against Labyrinth. They summon any of their Labyrinth monster, you target it, and then you summon Jinzo, and you kinda just win the game. The list goes on, obviously, but it becomes a little redundant after a while. Again, the real struggle of this card is that it's so good that you need to understand all the attributes and typing of all the monsters that you want to be beating. And this can only be done with an exceptional level of understanding of the game. So in other words, Mannequin Cat rewards you for doing your homework and being well prepared. That's great and all, actually all the better for you if you're trying to win. But yeah, regardless of the deck that you're playing, having the ability to play Mannequin Cat is a huge asset to your strategy. But to be fair, this especially only really applies to Sprite as they were the best deck to be able to use Mannequin Cat. Anyways, that's all I had for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.